Grand Rising, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kings and queens, and everybody in between. You are in for a treat. This is the most powerful of all hours. This is the Hour of Power broadcast coming to you live from York, Pennsylvania. This particular broadcast is going out into the White Rose Community Channel 16, as well as it's streaming live on Facebook. And like we always do, we're going to take our due diligence at this time right now to make sure that we get this message out and over to Facebook. We're going to share this out to individuals. Make sure that this gets out to everybody that is very, very excited to see this. So I'm glad that everybody's in attendance. Make sure you get a pad and paper, get some veggie chips, get some veggie straws or some Izzy drinks, get your all natural drinks and everything together. I promise it's going to be a wonderful broadcast. Like always, I'm going to do my due diligence. Like I said, I'm going to send this out I'm going to share this to my page, to Ptah Shakur. I got Sharif Hamed in the building. Shout out to him. He's the originator of this particular program. And matter of fact, I've learned something new. I know you can just do @followers, and that'll be. Oh, I'm sounding good. I'm coming across loud and clear. So, like I said, I'm going to share this to all the followers out there. We have a special guest that we will be bringing on in a moment. But before we do that, that says following. It should be followers. Followers. Well, I'm going to go ahead and share this out to, this is coming out to Peace Elohim. Roger Meyer, we're going to get you on the program too, bro. Here we go. I'm sending out through highlights. I think everybody's going to get it that way as well. So, boom. Like I said, we're going to begin in a few moments. Boom. Here we go. Sending this out to Peace Elohim King. We'll look forward to have you on the program in the very, very near future. I know we holding things down. Send this out to you, Chris Butler. Send this out to you, Miss Jolie, who at the very end, I got some announcements to make as far as the Labor Day festivities that's going on here in York, Pennsylvania. Something you can bring your family to. Really, really amazing programs that's going on. Let me see who else I need to put up in there. It's going out to you too, Bridget. And I don't know why I can't do followers, but I can do highlights. So we're just going to have to do that as well. So, like always, it's wonderful. This is a very sweltering August 28th. Just when you thought that summer was over, summer is back and smacking you again with 100-degree weather. So, like I said, like always, I begin with my particular affirmation. Feel free to write this down. You can steal it if you want. Believe it or not, whenever you say I am, whatever you put behind that is what you actually vibrationally attune yourself, so to speak. So we want to make sure we're going to speak very, very highly of one another, including yourself. How you speak to yourself is very, very important. So go with my little affirmation. Tells me a little bit about me when I don't have to go into my whole intro. I am a Reiki practitioner. I am an individual who looks to be a role model in the community and expressing. And this particular program is all about education, motivation, and inspiration. So I know my place in truth. I know what I am in truth. I know how I serve in truth. I'm free. I'm free. I'm free. I'm in the upper room. God is, God is, God is. I, Ptah Shakur. I pledge to always look for the best in each and every circumstance and in each and every one, especially starting with myself. I come from love, I am love, and I choose to look at the world through the lens of love. I commit myself to choosing the upper room towards vibrating at the highest level possible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am free, I am free, I am free. Behold, I make all things new. It's very, very important that you say affirmation to yourself, even when right before you wake up and you're in your little latent stage where you're kind of coming about. It's very, very important that you actually live your day with intention. Live your day in expressing love and light to the fellow human beings that are on this planet right now that are masquerading. But we know that they're really your reflection. So we got something to learn from everybody. So with that, that's my little opening. As far as the purpose of this here program, the Hour of Power is a community-based program. We had a myriad of individuals. So if you have a business out there that you want to bring to the body, bring to the family, this is an opportunity. We very much believe it at the youth. So the youth that are hooded youth, we love our hooded youth, and we believe that they are some of the oldest souls in creation that are reincarnated back at this particular time. So we need to do our due diligence to unlock the greatness in our youth. So we're looking for youth participation. Before I go into it a little bit, I'll get my little screen. Can you go back to the other screen, bro? And so, like I said, this program is about we want to have differing opinions. Regardless of what your acronyms are, regardless of what your religious affiliation or whatever your political affiliation, this is the opportunity for us to all to come together. Here we go. And so I want to show off this little shirt before we go into the crust of our conversation. So this particular shirt, I want to do a shout out on the screen. There is an inspired image. Mr. Robert Brown has a stand there at the Central Market where he has these wonderful pictures and mirrored of York-inspired themed things you can buy, and actually bags and lamps. He has all those different type of things. So he gave me this shirt right here to rock to do a little publicity, and so I'm doing that. That's my little advertisement, little commercial. You can go ahead and put the other screen back up there. So like I said, this is the Hour of Power broadcast. We have a wonderful guest with us today that's going to be popping up. Got Sharif Hamid in the house. When he's going to pop the screen on a little bit, he's going to come take a seat. And we're going to get into this long-awaited, I'm going to say long-awaited, but this is a very, very sought-after conversation. We had a little bit of a conversation last week, and we're heading into the political season. And so we believe that it's very, very important for you to use your faculties when it comes to discerning whether a person is worthy to be in political office. I know a lot of us in the community, you take the familiar names of individuals and you kind of roll with that. However, with that, I'm going to go ahead and bring up Miss Jasmine Rivera. She's going to come and she's going to share a little bit about herself. If you do have questions, this is a live call-in program. You can go ahead and call in. This phone does work. It's 717-846-5067. And I try to be mindful of what's going on Facebook land and answer your comments and questions. So with that, welcome. Thank you for being on the program.
Thank you for having me.
This is a free-flowing conversation. You can just talk to the viewing public out there. Like I said, this is going to White Rose Community Television as well as on Facebook and then later on YouTube. So share a little bit about yourself. What's your vision, motivation, and upbringing, things of that nature?
Well, let me introduce myself because, not a lot of people know me. My name is Jasmine Rivera. I'm running for the 95th. The 95th consists of York City, West York, North York, and Spring Garden. I am a single mother of 3, my youngest being 17 years old. She's in her senior year of school right now. I'm an auto mechanic by trade, and I am a small business owner. I'm going to start off by saying I'm not running because I am a Hispanic woman. I'm running because I am that mother that has to wake up every day to take their kids to school, cut the schedule short, or call off of work because the kids are sick. We have to work around what our children need daily to raise children and try to be in the workforce. I'm also the blue-collar worker. I'm a mechanic. I work with my hands. Sometimes I'm out in the sleet. Sometimes I'm out in the snow. Sometimes I'm out in this hot weather. And I'm also the small business owner. I'm the one that tries to make everything happen, but at last minute, everything fails, and all I have is hope to cling on to. And that's the struggle that we face every day of our lives. So that's my intro.
Beautiful, beautiful. So we got people popping on already showing their support. I'm gonna share my little brief. I do, like you said, being a small business owner, and you're very, very well sought. I see the signs. Y'all see the signs throughout the city, all up and down Philadelphia Street and things of that nature. I said, well, who is this person? I'm always kind of inquired in my head, who is this individual? So I'm very, very honored to have you on the program right now. And so, like I was kind of talking to you a little bit off air. I'm not a political, expert, but I do know this here locally in York, we have a tendency to kind of vote for individuals that we kind of are familiar with and kind of grow up in. So when it comes to new faces and things of that nature, so it's wonderful to hear the stories you said about being a mother and a business owner and things of that nature. So did you have, as far as entering into this type of political arena or whatever, what was your motivations, or did you have any particular people that inspired you to step into the ring, so to speak?
I mean, I have this longtime friend, Mike Jones. I've known him for over 10 years.
Okay.
And one day he's like, Jazz, would you ever consider running for state representative? And I'm thinking like, what? Like, me?
Yes, ma'am.
Like, I'm a normal person. Are you sure? We just step out of a JCPenney catalog, you know what I mean? Like, I dress how I dress for work. I always concentrate on work, so I'm thinking like, and after I thought about it, I was like, well, yeah, I would do it. I do it on the side as it is, so now I have a better platform to do it for everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, and I feel like that would help us get stronger. You know, I've been working in this community for over 20 years. I've built relationships. I've been to barbecues. I've seen kids born, grandbabies, grandpas passing away. Like, I've been here. I'm the pulse. You know, I've lived it.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm here.
That's deep. That's really, really important because individuals, some individuals are like myself. When we see in the political world, you know, you get that kind of facade as far as how they express themselves. But I think we all kind of want somebody to represent us that actually lives according to how we live and can speak our particular concerns. And just to even kind of segue into that a little bit, like what issues have your, what do they call them, constituents? I can't even say the word
Constituents,
right.
yeah.
Constituents.
The residents.
What
the
have
residents.
you been, what's the vibe or the pulse that you've been picking up in the people that's
The vibe, the pulse I'm getting in, are we stopping for a phone call?
Yeah, we're going to do a due diligence. I will get back to that
Okay.
in a moment. See if we do this one. Yes, this is the Hour of Power broadcast live here on York, Pennsylvania, White Rose Community Television. Man, that's who I'm speaking to. Anyone there?
Yes, hello. My name is Dawn Smith.
Dawn Smith.
Hi, Dawn.
Hi, Jasmine. Okay, I want to spread something, Jasmine. I was downtown today at the square and spreading my message that you are all about change, bringing the people together, start working together, and that I have been your only candidate lately.
My only
When
my volunteer. My
can-
volunteer.
When can you go down to York City downtown and make a speech and be there for me from a historical point?
Dawn, call me and we'll talk about it and we'll figure out a date.
All right. Well, Jasmine, I just want to let you know I am out there for you. I will keep up the good fight.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you too. Bye-bye.
Thanks
Bye.
for calling in. Yeah, you have tremendous support. Let me just read what's going on Facebook right now. You got Miss Shasta Sweet said, "You go, girl. Vote for Jasmine." We got Stephanie Nichols. Jasmine Rivera is absolute stunner and a badass. I can say that on TV, can I? Well, I just did. She cares, and that's the difference. And that kind of segues to exactly what I was talking about, is having somebody that actually can understand the values. And that's what I was asking about as far as your motivations and the issues and things that are concerning the community.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I am for school choice.
School choice?
Okay. School choice is not about defunding our public schools, not at all. School choice is about giving our kids the opportunity to go to a different school, a school that the state will pay for.
Okay.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
So if your kid is being bullied or he or she has an attention deficit or there's some underlying issue going on in the school they currently go to, you should have the option to remove your child and take them to a school that best fits him or her.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense.
So mostly I get the issue on school when I walk in the city, and I also get the issue on taxes.
Okay.
You know, we're being taxed out of our homes. The American dream was, hey, you buy a house, you retire, your house is paid for, boom, you're set. It's not that way because city property taxes are up, school taxes are up. There's taxes. We're being taxed out of tax. We're being taxed out of our homes at the end of the day. So by the time you're 70, if you already have a budget ready for your retirement for the X amount of years, with the amount of taxes that's going up, you're not going to be able to afford it. Hence, you got to sell your home, a home you struggled 50 years to keep, remodeling it, putting in floors, fixing the roof. You're losing a lot.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have to control our property taxes. You know, we're never going to have generational wealth if we keep letting people take what's ours. And that's how I see that.
That is amazing. That actually touches a little bit. I've had individuals and descendants of mine that has had property and had houses and things of that nature, and we would drive past and like that's the home that your grandpa had over there. I'm just like, wow, why is it that isn't handed down through the generations? And that's when my education began a little bit about, like you said, about the taxes and the things of that nature. It's just so expensive and then you know individuals may not have the resources, and then you just give them up to whomever, and it breaks the foundation of things that you're trying to build when you first got the house.
Yeah, and like Pennsylvania, we're the highest state to live in.
For real.
Why? You know, we need to build our economy. Our economy is basically getting people to build businesses. So we need to build people so we can build businesses so we can build our economy.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's how I see it.
Now, I've been hearing a little bit about the like some type of I guess some policies that are looking to be brought in as far as getting rid of like the Department of the Education. Is that kind of built into what you were saying about the school choice? Is that
No.
different?
We're never getting rid of the Department. We can never get rid of the Department of Education. Okay, that's the reason.
That's the
reason we have separation of powers, limited government.
Okay.
So that no one gets to their head and takes control of everything. That's why we have school board, city council, mayors, state representatives, so that no one goes above anyone else. We all have to make a decision together.
Yes, ma'am. But yeah, even that school choice, I spent some time there in Washington, D.C., and that was something, they had something where you can, like a little lottery or something. Because at that time, you know, those inner cities in those particular places, if you want your child to have the greatest kind of head start in life.
The best head start.
Right.
The best. And why shouldn't we?
Right, so yeah, that Department of Education, school choice, you got me on that one right there as well. And also, that's what I also want to thank you, because on this particular program we've been sharing, I've been part of it for maybe about a year, so I'm still kind of wet behind my ears. We want to have community, and you're part of the community. We want to hear your voice. And so I commend you for taking that aspect and actually putting it in motion where you can actually do something as far as political office and things of the nature. So I commend you with that. And
Thank
so
you.
I do have one other thing I'm gonna share with Mr. Brad Renhan. He said you got the best signs, a great design of your sign.
Thank you, Brad.
I didn't really
Thank
pay attention to that, but it says let's thank you for stepping up. Let's flip the house. It only takes one seat. I guess he's from the 169th district. So he just educate, man, just for me, and maybe anybody else might know. With the 95th district, what is that? What's the span of that? Is that the?
That's the 95th is just the 95th. That's just West York, North York, Spring Garden, New York City. Okay. That's the 95th.
Okay.
So basically, a state representative, I think we have 433 of us. Okay, completely. And so it's basically you get one per census. So let's say York City grew an extra amount, then they might take North York away if York City got bigger. So they redefine the line because a state rep can only have so many people. So let's say I'm responsible for 75,000. Okay. And all of a sudden we have 80,000. Right. So then they redefine the line so that they have the proper representation for the amount of people they have. Oh. And that's what a state rep is.
So that's why it's important for that census when it comes around to go ahead and not avoid those people.
Yeah, because if you have 100,000 people living in a district, there's only 70. We're missing. We're gonna be short in how our resources are and how we can help, and how everything works, how our money is being spent. Yes. So it affects us. Right. So the census is very, very important.
I see. It's something that I must not have been paying attention in when I went to York High during that class. I wasn't just paying attention. I was doing something else at that particular time. So, like I said, it's a live call-in show. If you have anything that you would like to share with Jasmine, she's going to be here for maybe like another about 15 to 20 minutes or so. So you can go ahead and call in, share your support, well wishes, any questions or anything that you want to kind of go into. I do have just a question is I want to ask you about individuals. And I would kind of include myself in that position as well. I voted 2 times in my life, and so and like we was talking a little bit about how your upbringing, helps kind of taint your world. And honestly, like kind of my upbringing, we kind of was just like politics. We don't worry about that. They'll figure it all out or whatever the type of mindset is. And so I've come in contact with people that are dissatisfied. With politics, particularly on larger level, we're not going to get into most of that. But as far as like the Democrat and Republican, like the two-party type of thing, I know back in the day it was like a third party. But what would you say to someone who is kind of dissatisfied or kind of turned off from the even voting from even on the local level of that?
I would probably say dissatisfaction comes from not understanding. Politics has its own verbiage. They say things you have no idea what they're saying, so if you can't understand them, why would you get involved? I might be voting for the wrong thing. True. So unless we become more aware of who we're voting for versus party, at this time and age, party shouldn't matter. We should be Googling people by first names, researching. A lot of us are on our phones a lot. It takes you 5 minutes to find out about someone who is running in your state, in your district. Local politics matters the most because those are the rules that get changed according to how we evolve as a community. So that's why you have to pay attention to your city council, your school board, your state representative. These are the guys that push you forward or keep you back.
Very well said. Very well said. Man, got so much support popping on here. This might be the most popular show there. Listen, Jasmine is a beautiful soul. Vote for her. We need her in York, PA. She knows what it is and how messed up the school systems are right now. And anybody that spends any part of time around myself and Sharif Ahmed, we've been speaking about this as far as the need for our schools to improve. I don't know what all the statistics, but I know what they've been sharing compared to like other countries around the world as far as failing. The numbers dropping, and that's a love of mine being a youth education director. I know how it is. We're not coming for you, teachers. We love you.
Yes.
We know how it is when you coming out of your own pocket to bring some pencils and things to the. So I think that's the most frustrating thing when I'm talking to teachers and educators is, I think we're losing a lot of educators, at least the energy. I see it just disappearing from their eyes, and maybe people that are young people that have been dissuaded from even entering into that to be future educators and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. But what would you say to our teachers and educators out there?
Well, I was thinking, what's the root cause? Why are we doing so poorly? Because last I looked, we were 769 out of 777 schools statewide. We have 3 elementary schools that push a 0 for 2023 PSSA on math. So it stems from elementary school. It stems from the elementary school perspective because the kids are young. They don't have the attention span anymore. They're on their phones, so it makes it a lot harder for teachers to try to grab the attention. Mm-hmm. So they're less likely to listen, to learn. So we have to redevelop how we're teaching our kids to grab the attention so that they can succeed. And until we do that, school choice has to be an option. Because one person can't wait for 10 years worth of work. Okay, that's 10 years of your life that you could have been, boom, done, right, succeeding, thriving, yes, and that's where I'm at.
Well, that's awesome, and I'm a big proponent of all great breakthroughs come through break whiffs. So I've been that's something that me and Sharif and individuals that are a part of my family, so to speak, we got to come up with a new curriculum, a new way of teaching. I know one of the things is called Ad Astra Conundrum. Believe it or not, that guy Elon Musk, he actually started a little. It's on YouTube. So and this goes into my other thing. Parents, yes. Back in the days, I mean, me going to school, my mother, my father, they sent me out the door. I didn't make sure I had lunch money, and you just put the bulk of that on the teacher's shoulders and like sculpt him into an academic. You know what I mean?
That's pretty much what we all do.
Right.
Right? They go to school, they learn. We work hard. Some of us work 2 or 3 jobs. We're on survival mode. It's easy to point the fingers, but
That's
we just.
True. That's true.
But finding the solution is what I'm about, and I'm here to find the solution. I'm here to find what works and make it work.
That's very, 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 very important here. We got somebody said the teachers. Speaking about the teacher, that kind of struck a nerve there within people. Is the teachers are more focused on what they have in their heads and what they're wearing instead of teaching and quit suspending schools. I don't know if that speaks to all of them. No, I'll speak a little bit about education. We do have some. We have some very angelic souls. We got some individuals that really, really love our kids. And so I choose to look at the world through the lens of light. I hope he was looking at my little affirmation. So I look at everything in the rosy perspective. Yeah, I know we have a few outliers. However, as we all work through solutions, all those things are kind of, this ain't the program for that. We're going to keep it into the positive tip. But I know at the time that
noted.
Yeah,
it's noted.
It's noted and it's true.
It's noted.
It's noted and it's true, and that's where it comes with the parent involvement as well. It just, now I know day to day, and like you just said, the way that the society is ran, you got to have a full-time job, a part-time job, and then we let in our phones that dinner time, and we've been busting some atoms trying to figure solutions of this thing now, and I got a couple initiatives that I'm going to put on. Maybe I should first of all.
Maybe.
But as far as having the parents sitting down at the dinner table with their children, and just something simple as those school board meetings. And thank you, because you mentioned something as far as the good city council meetings. How long are these meetings? I'm pretty sure now they're all-night meetings. I'm pretty sure they're like an hour or two, probably once a month or something like that?
Yeah, it's about once a month, depending on if there's an agenda, maybe twice a month, but usually about once.
But that's something that we can definitely find time. You can find some time, particularly to go ahead and get involved with what's going on in your community, get involved with what's going on in your school boards, so you can have more of a say. So then we don't have that outburst of Facebook things when something go wrong and then everybody start pointing fingers and throwing darts. No. We're going to hold everybody's feet to the fire on this particular program. We keep it here on the Hour of Power. So real quick, we probably have a chance for another call or two. So if you want to go call in and have a question for Miss Jasmine Rivera.
Thank you.
Or show well wishes. Facebook is popping. Coming up right now. So, like I said, me personally, and I grew up with Carol Hill Evans. She's a friend of the family, beautiful person, and things of that nature. But at the same token, when it comes to getting things done, we got to make sure. Yes, all of us got to make sure, like you were saying, use your smartphone. You gotta so many things you can do with it. Don't take too long. See who and introduce yourself to new individuals. Like I said, all great breakthroughs come through break whiffs. You know what I mean? So I recommend everybody give Miss Jasmine Rivera an opportunity to express herself. And you see her on the street, or if you see her,
yeah, I'll be on the 400 block of South George tomorrow.
Okay.
I finished. What was it, like Duke, Maple, South, Queen? Because I'm on Ward 6. Everything. We have 28 wards.
Okay.
Or little districts within our districts. So we section them off. So that's door knocking. That's how it happens.
Oh, okay. So you pop up.
Yeah. So like number 6 has like 600 people. So I have to knock on 600 doors.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get right back.
Jasmine.
Yes, this is the Hour of Power program. This is Dawn. This Miss Dawn again.
Yes, I'm gonna make something. Jasmine, what can we do as far as start with the parents disciplining their kids at home and help them do the homework? Because I see a lot of the kids in schools are failing with low grade. Is there any way we can try to stop the school bullying? A lot of the teachers are worried about the money. Instead of teaching the kids, is there any way that we could get the resources that the kids need? Because the kids don't get the resources they need. I would like to see if we can get at least prayer back in schools, to push for the prayer and give it basically on the kid, for the individual to decide if they want to do prayer in school, or they have taken the Bibles out of school. If the kid wants to believe in the Bible, fine. If they don't, they don't. At least they should be able to have to make their own own decision based on the individual instead of the government pushing their agenda on the kids.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
can we do to help improve the kids lead the right way, because a lot of them are going the wrong way now.
Yes,
a lot
ma'am.
of the kids.
Well, thank you for your comment. We're gonna give Miss Jasmine a chance to respond. So I'm going ahead and relinquish the line. So just listen up. She's gonna respond right now. Okay, Miss Dawn.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. Thanks for calling in. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, Dawn. Well, Dawn, we would have to actually start getting to the root causes. Things just don't happen overnight. Things have been developing, and here we are. There's no quick answer to that. Just rest assured that I'm here to listen. I'm here to find out what it is we need to get parents more interactive with their children, interactive with the schools. And that's pretty much it, Dawn. I'm sorry, I don't have much for that because I have to find the root of the cause first in order to solve the problem.
Well, let me ask you a personal question. I got this from Miss Jolie. She kind of put this on my head. If you could speak to the past version of yourself, if you can imagine how you were as a 10-year-old little girl, what would you say to yourself in as far as the form of motivation to keep that individual kind of moving in a positive direction?
I would have probably said, don't be afraid, just do it. A lot of times we overthink things when we should just be doing instead of thinking.
Go with your heart and go on the motion. This is the Hour of Power broadcast. You're live on television. I'm asking who I'm speaking to.
Melina.
Melina. How you doing, Melina? I have Miss Jasmine Rivera here. Do you have anything that you want to add to the conversation?
Absolutely. I'd like to ask her about our homeless and what we can do about that in York.
Our homeless is the number one problem in our town. The lines keep getting bigger and bigger. I would like to see homeless housed first. I know we've been taking a lot of, I'm just going to throw it out there. I know we've been taking in a lot of the Haitians, and people are pissed off. And I don't blame them because we still have homeless in the street.
Yes, ma'am.
And until I get, I'm still figuring it out. I just know it's a problem, and it's a problem that I'm going to definitely address because there should be no reason. Say again?
And we appreciate that you care about it.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just growing so much. It breaks my heart.
I see it, honey. I see the lifeline on Market and Penn.
Mm-hmm.
I see the lines.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad. Like they have a curfew. They have to be out of their beds at a certain time, or they'll get locked out. Like that's nowhere to live. It's not how to live.
Right.
And we need to be able to provide housing so we can help in like the best way. Not just housing, because housing is housing, but we need to help them maintain housing, train instead of just housing. We're just housing, and there's no training behind it. So it becomes a cause where there's no progress because everyone needs some type of training to proceed in life. And unfortunately, our homeless are hit the hardest. But
That's
just
right. give
me a chance. And
you have my vote. You have a chance with me. I appreciate everything that you do for the community, Miss Rivera.
Thank you, Melina.
Thank you for calling in.
Bye.
So like I said, this is the Hour of Power broadcast. We are coming here live on the White Rose Community Television Network, as well as going out live on Facebook, and then later on this will be on YouTube. I'm here with the wonderful Jasmine Rivera, who is running for the 95th district here in York. And so we have a myriad of wonderful comments and everything. I know your time is kind of running short. You got many things to get involved in. I can imagine so many things pulling you. Just in closing, is there any kind of last? We're gonna get one more call in here. Yes, so this is the Hour of Power broadcast. You're live on television. May I ask who I'm speaking with? Are you there? I don't know if I did something wrong. I gotta go ahead and give a call back. So like I was saying, is there any time like parting words, any kind of closing words, any type of thing to kind of inspire people to go out and vote any type of words you have for individuals?
This year there's a lot of stress between presidents and all this other mess that's going on in the world. I would always say our community is our unit, and that's what we need to focus on. We need to focus on our local politics first. It's important in so many ways, economically, socially, educationally. It's super important for us to be involved, because what we're doing is we're letting people make the rules, and here we're just following. We are included. We are the people. We can make the difference to change how things are done. And if we don't do it now, we're never gonna do it. I'm a person for term. I'm a term limits person.
Okay, we talking about that. Okay.
I believe you should either, after 3 or 4 terms, you either move up or you move out. Our community is constantly evolving, and we can't keep evolving on the old set of rules.
Absolutely. We're going to get into that in a little bit. Yes, this is the Hour of Power broadcast. You are live on TV. May I ask who I'm speaking to?
Yeah, this is Dollar. I'm calling to speak to Jasmine.
Yes, you're live on the air. She can hear you. Go ahead and
Hi,
share.
Dollar.
What's going on, Jasmine? My question is this, right?
Yes.
Where do you stand with the Board of Education with all the violence that's going on in York High?
Unfortunately, Dollar, that's a giant conversation to get into. A lot of people are very definitely affected with all the violence that has been happening. But I believe that the staff and the school has done their best to control things and keep things calm.
What, by just putting them out of school, by just suspending them and sending them home every day?
Look, Dollar, I understand it 100%, okay? But until I get in there, I really won't have the access to understand what's happening. All I'm getting is hearsay, she say. So I'm going off of speculation.
No, you're getting it firsthand from a parent, from a student that go up there. Like, my concern every day is sending my son to school, wondering how safe he is up there. It's like Eastside High up there.
But you know what, Dollar? And that's why I promote school choice. Because then you can take your kid out of a school like that and take him to a school that you feel is safe for your kid.
You can, because if you take them out of a school and put them into another one, then they give you a fine and want to lock you up.
No, Dollar. That's not how that works. There's a scholarship program we're trying to implement for Pennsylvania. It's called the Lifeline Scholarship. It's an educational scholarship. Okay, we're trying to get that approved so that you can take your kid and put them in any school you would like, and the money would follow that kid to whatever school you choose, Dollar. Okay, so there's things happening out here. It just takes a lot longer because when you don't have the proper representation, they're not pushing for what it is we need.
Okay.
All right, well, we need you in there so we can get this proper preparation and all that jumping off because, this high school here in York is a joke, bro. You feel me? You got to get in there and make some changes, please.
I know, Dollar. I know. Well, thank you.
No problem.
All right, honey.
Thank you for calling in. So we got just a couple more minutes. I don't know if I'm gonna get this out before the phone rings. I might only take one more. You let me know when you got to dip. But you was on to something really, really interesting because we're talking about local politics and local policies, which is extremely, extremely important. And then even we're talking like macrocosmically, looking into the national wise, as far as term limits. So that's just something that came about when Mr. Biden was still in there. It's like, why are these old people sitting in these seats there in Congress? They got a nice little comfortable chair and they just sit there and just ride all the way out. And so, well, I'm gonna go ahead and this is the last call. I'm gonna go ahead and entertain at the time. So, this is the Hour of Power broadcast. You are live on White Rose Community Channel TV. May I ask who I'm speaking to?
This is Melissa Shortino.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Dad.
Yes, ma'am. What would you have to offer to the conversation?
I would like to know Jasmine's plan on how to help small businesses, because that's what our country is built upon, the middle class and small businesses. And I want everyone to know what she's going to do for us small business owners that are suffering right now.
Well, I'm a big advocate for, I'm going to fight for reduced regulations. Every new business that tries to open up, there's always something to stop them, whether it's locally, federally, statewide, it doesn't matter. So I'm definitely for reducing regulations and reducing the amount of taxes we pay in general. I'm still.
Well, that's fantastic because that's what we need as small business owners.
I mean, as a business owner myself, I know one thing I lacked. I lacked the resources. I lacked the ability to find someone or call someone to be able to ask questions. Instead, I would just get inspectors, I'd get regulated, I'd get whatever it is, shut down for the day. So, I mean, a lot of that happens to us because we're still working on old school rules. So we have to implement new policies and new procedures so that make it easier for us to build our economy with our small businesses. Let's keep the money in-house.
And I think we need to become more aware of what the government offers to us as far as grants or small business loans and things like that. I feel like they hide that from us.
Absolutely. I'd like to have an open door policy. I mean, I could care less of your issues. I just want you to be able to come into the office, we'll talk, and if it's something that will take, let's say, more than 15 minutes, then we schedule an appointment. But I feel everyone's voice needs to be heard if we're ever going to fix anything.
Well, you have my vote, and thank you so much for everything you're doing for our community.
Thank you, Melissa.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you for calling. I'm just going to leave the phone off the hook. This will not be the last program that Miss Jasmine Rivera. She will be coming back on the program. We get more closer to the political season as well. So any other comments or any type of well wishes or anything, if you could just respond there on Facebook, and then you can kind of answer, and you can further down the line, you can go ahead and address them. But but yeah, so like I was saying, that really kind of struck a chord with me as far as the term limits.
Yeah.
That's some outside. We need outside the box type of thinking.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, and that goes for school board. If you've been on school board for over, let's just say 8, I don't know how long school board runs, maybe every 3 years. But if you've been there more than 3 or 4 terms, it's time to go. If you don't have no children there, it's time to go.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, if you're not experiencing the everyday wake up, take your kid to school, then you gotta go. You don't know what's good anymore. I mean, not that you don't know what's good anymore, but
right.
You know, you're not
you're not in
the same frequency anymore.
For sure. And particularly, like I said, we believe very much on the youth. I believe there has to be something involved where we have to have some youth representation. This is the world that they're going to inherit, so it's very, very important to get their kind of perspectives on everything. So I thank you again.
Thank you.
Wonderful to meet you.
Thank you for having me.
People in my family speak very, very highly of you. You seem to. One of the things that my dad, God rest his soul, a lot of different type of monikers or titles that can be bestowed upon a person. But to me, when a person says that's good peoples, you know, that's
you already know.
That's what it is. That's what I try to attain myself to. You can call me whatever you want, Reiki Master, a spiritual guide. At the end of the day, before I put it, when I go into the dirt, good peoples. That'll bring the most smile to my face. So
thank you.
So thank you very much. I'll be reaching out to you shortly, and then we definitely schedule it. So everybody on
see you guys. Thank you.
YouTube Land or White Rose. Make sure you check us out this program. This is the White Rose. This is the Hour of Power program that comes on every single Wednesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. And so thank you. Appreciate you. So we're going to keep this conversation going just a little small bit. I'm going to read some of the comments, so make sure everybody, and I appreciate everybody out there. We can't have any of this. This is a community-based program, like we've said numerous times, and so you all are the blood. You're the heartbeat of this particular thing. We could just be sitting here just talking to air, but so we got shout out Ms. Benito Rodriguez. I know Jasmine's going to check this out later on. Oh, it's in Spanish. It says so proud. I don't know what else that is in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I apologize. So, Andrew Truman is giving her respect there as well. It's time for new thoughts. Yeah, that's what this particular program is about. Like I said, and kind of segueing into other programs that we're going to be going into as well. I'll be honest with you. I've heard about what's going on there in Harrisburg, and this is a little segue just for my personal, this is my personal plea to the community right now. Like Jasmine was sharing, we are living in some really tumultuous times. Yeah, I got that one out. Tumultuous times right now. So it was really incumbent on everybody to make sure that we're paying attention what's going on in our community. Make sure we're not going for any type of fear-based. There's no need to kind of go off with any type of fear-based expressions. We want to make sure we get focusing on the solutions. And speaking to that, we had an incident that took place. I don't want to say incident. Something newsworthy experience that took place there in Harrisburg with there was neo-Nazis that was walking down, and it was saying different things of the nature. This is a program for all different expressions, whether you're voting for Trump, or you're voting for Kamala, or whether you're whatever your acronyms are, whatever your religious affiliation is. If you have something and you want to bring it to the body, you want to bring it, because we believe in diversity over here, meaning that no longer we got to have our expression or our personal views and we're just sitting around our house just whispering and those whispers to the people that's in our community, and we're not associating ourselves with the broader community. No, we need to have that kind of conversations here on this particular table. This includes neo-Nazis as well. So if anybody has any type of wherewithal to get in contact with those individuals in Harrisburg, we would love to have them on the program. They can wear their mask. It don't matter to me at all. I promise that the individuals will be treated with utmost respect. Because like I said, I don't know if you was around for my little intro, I truly believe that everyone that is outside of me is just a mere reflection of myself. And so whatever the love that I have for myself, we will make sure that we express those love. So whatever your particular views, you can feel calm and secure being on this particular broadcast and expound and express what it is that's on your mind. And so whatever that is. So if anybody has any type of contact information for those individuals, Ptah Shakur on YouTube. I don't know if you could put the other screen up, bro. The original screen. So everybody knows how to spell Ptah. She was asking me, she was saying, is Peter? No, it's Ptah. You can go to Ptah Shakur at Gmail and actually send any type of questions or even on Facebook. Ptah Shakur on Facebook. And there we go. There you go. That's how you spell it right there. And then again, shout out to Mr. Robert Brown. He has these wonderful shirts. He has lampshades, pictures. Right there in the Central Market he's kind of cornered like right there in the middle. It's a little spot. You kind of got to look for him, but he's an excellent person. And so if you also have a business, and this is my last closing before we kind of close out the program. If you have a business that you want to highlight, I know there's quite a few youth inspired apparel lines. This is the platform to go ahead and express. Let me hang this phone on. Somebody might be calling. This is the perfect platform to kind of express what's going on in your personal lives. If you have our young people, we hear so much about young individuals when they get involved in things of crime and things of that nature, and that seems to just be the popular thing to get plastered on the news, newspapers and such. And so we want to hear positive stories about the youth. Whether you're going away to college, going away to the military, going into different entrepreneurial opportunities, this would be an opportunity to come on this particular program. So we want to each one teach one here. We want to make sure that we're uplifting each and every community member, and that's what this particular program is about. So we got, and this is I'm reaching out to Miss Carol Hill Evans as well. The seat is yours. You can feel free to come on in the program and then actually explain to the individual. We can even run back the same questions or the same concerns that was shared today. And so that you all can be able to make an educated decision of where you're going to put your power in with the election, or if you don't even choose to. Like I said, there's a segment of the population, and I'm very, very happy she answered that question. I'll ask that same question to Carol Hill Evans, representative, or her. She's on this program as well. There's a growing number of individuals that are dissatisfied, disgruntled, maybe even disgusted as far as what we see the state of politics going on. I don't think they have debates and things going on here locally, but we see on a larger macrocosmically, we see we started out maybe like 10 years ago with these different type of commercials kind of attacking people. Then it turned into attacks and things of that nature. And then we got AI involved as well. We got AI, using AI to help promote political parties and things of that nature. So we really are moving into quite of a interesting little conundrum. But the only way that we're going to get through this conundrum is we treat every single individual that we meet as a mere reflection of ourselves. And I'll be honest with you, I grew up as a Democrat, so to speak. At least I grew up in a household that was Democrat leaning, not really into politics and then things of that nature. So anything, when I seen that elephant or the Republican Party or whatever their insignia is, you know, they were the bad guys. It was like the Cowboys and the Indians type of vibe. However, as I educate myself and just get involved with individuals throughout the community, there's individuals switching from Republican to Democrat to Republican. It's all about the issues and things of the nature. And like I said, there's some out there that they're fed up with the way that the political system is set up right now. So we got Kamala Harris. We've been hearing different things concerning her and her reach for the black vote and whether she's genuine or not. And so I believe that we're living in the most crucial time in quite a while. We are living in a time, this is my personal expression, that's why we changed the background there. My personal belief is that we are actually living in a time of revelations right now, the time which says, behold, I see the new heaven and the new earth, for the old earth has passed away. So we're living in a time right now where we have to really not fall for a lot of the fear tactics that is really going on. Listen to our heart. That's one thing that I was really impressed with Jasmine said right there as far as what led her into this ring, so to speak. Listen to your heart and then go into motion. And I believe that if we all do that, we can make our community a better place and we can make this world a better place. And so just in my little soliloquy, I'm going to go ahead and kind of close this out. This is the Hour of Power broadcast. I am Ptah Shakur. I'm a Reiki practitioner, entrepreneur. I am an individual that truly believes that all my spiritualists, all my indigo children, this is my shout out to you all the individuals that understand that they harness the divine energy inside of themselves and they do their very best to shine that light on every day and every occasion to every individual. Keep doing what you're doing. I consider those where you're in the upper room, you're in the upper track. Those that's in the middle road, your children's trying to discern through the filtered information, through the mass media and the controlled media, and trying to discern where our country is headed and what needs to be done. You're trying to discern whether the indoctrination and the belief systems and things that we were taught and raised up in, whether we're going to continue that and continue passing that on to our generation after us, or we're going to say the buck stop here and we're going to take the brunt of that so we can relieve some of these generational curses so we can have a future for the youth. And so those on the middle track that are kind of understanding that the world is not what we were taught when we was in school, and even in the political world. There's some individuals out there, you call them conspiracy theorists or you can call them whatever you want to call them, but they truly believe that our political system is somewhat being manipulated with the 1%. These elitists that live in the shadows are doing quite a bit, and that's the particular information that I do have. And so if you have any questions about all that, you can check out Ptah Shakur on YouTube. I have a plethora of videos where I actually share, consider myself somewhat of an insider, sharing things that are coming down the pike that it has not made it to the mass media. I'm talking about the CNNs, even the Fox News and all those. Understand that the great conglomerates of media are all owned by, we're going to say Viacom. Yeah, we're going to say that. Oh, I forgot to say my little intro. I would never hurt myself. I would never kill myself. I'm a happily married man. I'm a family man looking to be a man in the community. Got to say that to keep these crosshairs off me. But yes, there are factors at work that want to dissuade you and I from understand the true power that exists in us, inside of us. You are not a drop of the ocean. You are an ocean and drop. You are an interdimensional being. You're a spiritual being experiencing a physical sensation for 16 hours a day, but the larger part of you is a tremendous, powerful individual. And believe it or not, there's scientific studies. I'm coming with scientific back research, y'all, so you can go ahead and call if you want to. I got facts for you. One thing to check out is called the double slit experiment that actually proves that you and I have the ability to decide and instruct physical matter in your periphery, whether it's going to turn into a wave or into actual physical particles. So it comes to bring to mind what is reality, and also how can you control your reality, because your energy is in a torus field. Whatever you say out of your mouth actually goes out to the ends of the universe and returns back. That's what they call karma. Just doing a little layman's terms for everybody trying to understand that this is a crucial time. We're moving into a fifth dimensional earth. We're moving into a new heaven and new earth, which was written in scriptures. And so, Ptah Shakur, I'm here to help explain some of those terminologies, such as meditation. I get, you have any questions, go to ptahshakur@gmail.com. I take on questions. People ask me questions all the time, like how do you meditate? How do you manifest? Things such as the laws of attraction or the secret. This is knowledge that exists in the upper echelons of business, titans of industry. They understand about astrology. They understand about these metaphysical concepts, these laws and principles of creation, and they use that to get their resources and rewards, because that 1% actually owns 99% of all the resources and all the value in this world, and they're going for 99.9. And I think some of you out there, y'all can see where we're headed in that realm. If you want to go down that route, some of y'all, I mentioned those that's on the upper room, I mentioned those in the middle track. For those that's on the slow bus, the things I'm saying, it might just breeze right on past you, like wind going across my bald head right now. It might not even impact you. You might already started to change the channel, like I don't know what he's talking about. But best believe, it would behoove everybody to be very careful and discern all of the information that is coming into your faculties right now, because there are a population of individuals that do not want us to be successful, do not want you to be successful, but they're all operating out of fear. We got to give them a little bit of love too. You know, there's no evildoers behind the scenes. There's some cowardly individuals that are have some very, very difficult decisions as far as the curbing the population on this planet and things of that nature. So you notice there's new mpox, there's new things going on that I'm trying to keep this PG for right now. There's some things that's going on that is trying to deliberately keep knowledge away from us. If you don't believe me, go ahead and get the dollar bill out and turn it on the back of there. You'll see that little pyramid. It says Novus Ordo Soleculum. That means new order world. And you see that eye of Horus that's in that little capstone. And believe it or not, that capstone is separated from the rest of the pyramid for a reason. I wonder why. Separated because there's individuals that know the true nature of reality and the true aspects of how you can manifest anything in your periphery. But believe it or not, they rather keep that a little bit. Keep that information privy to themselves and keep us fighting for the crumbs in existence right now. But like I said, Ptah Shakur is on the case. This is a program and this is a content that I truly wanted to hear, that I haven't heard it, and at least locally. There's individuals, there's pockets. I'm truly not alone in this particular expression that I'm having right now. However, you're getting it straight from the horse's mouth. This is a live program. You can catch me on this program next Wednesday as well, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. And please check out on Monday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. the Ptah Shakur Speaks program. That's the program where I go in and I share a little bit about how to energetically protect yourself. Like I said, I'm being a Reiki practitioner, spiritual guide, and channel. And so there's certain things that you can do to protect yourself, protect your home. We also go into a myriad of ways to kind of go into how to express the best version of yourselves. Cutting out some of that hardcore meat, getting away from that pork. Yeah, I'm going to say it. Getting more, eating things that produce life, shall I say. Vegetables and things of that nature. Go ahead and check out some of the sea moss, shilligit. There's a myriad of wonderful, all-natural supplements that get your body to work optimally. Because believe it or not, the foods and that's one thing that I should have asked her, is what's going on as far as in the groceries, the biochemical engineers, the things that we're feeding our youth in the school district. It may have a tremendous part to do with the numbers that she said. I think she said out of 579, we're at 578. If you're not going to feed your body and have your body working on a cellular level, on the optimum level, then how are you going to expect your youth to sit there and actually and intake knowledge? And so We believe all great breakthroughs are break-withs. We believe that it's time for a new financial system. It's time for a new education system. It's even time for a new political system. We are living in that time right now, the great and dreadful day, like I said. It's great for those who know what's going on, and it's dreadful if you don't have a clue. But, like I said, Ptah Shakur, I got you. We're going to do our due diligence to make sure that we get that information out to you. So, like I said, go ahead and check me out 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Go to YouTube, see a plethora of videos that I have. Where we at? I don't know where I'm pointing at. It's a little backwards on the screen here. So, with all that, I share everybody who is tuning in. I recommend everybody find your heaven on earth. And when you find your heaven on earth, you will discover the God divine that's within. And when you discover that God divinity within, let's do our due diligence to share that love and that divinity and that knowledge and light with our fellow human beings. And let's do what we can to change, flip all these cards over and bring in this new beautiful, beautiful existence that is coming and is on the way. And if you don't know, you need to get a clue. So this is Ptah Shakur, signing off. Love and light to you all.